Welcome to this restorative yoga class for headaches and migraines. I created this class because I know headaches and migraines infinitely well, probably more than any other person, as much as you. I get a migraine at least once a week. I don't need replies with any advice. I am familiar with them and how to care for my own, as you are familiar with yours and how to care for your own. I created this class because whenever I see other classes for headaches and migraines out there, it's as though, and I appreciate so much the compassion and care that goes into making them, but unless you have headaches and migraines, maybe you don't understand how much pressure is in the head and how much it is helpful to keep the head on an incline. Anything where the head goes down low is really hard on your body. And so in this class, I really keep your head up while also propping and resting your body and bringing in props that maybe are not traditional in a yoga class that I find helpful during a headache or migraine session. So just want to go over the props that we're going to be using in this class. You're going to need 2 blankets. You're going to need a bolster and 2 blocks and a chair. And they're going to be long holds. Once we start this class, I'm not going to be talking anymore, just to direct you into the poses so that you have complete silence. Because I know you're not going to want any light. You're not going to want any sound. I'm going to honor that. The untraditional props that I'm using are a heating pad, because when I have a headache or a migraine, there's a lot of tension in my neck and shoulders. So I've got my heating pad. I'm going to turn it on low, and I'm going to have it here along my spine for the first pose. That'll really calm my nervous system in the recline bound angle. Other props that might be useful for you, an eye pillow or even eye mask to block out the light. And then also I find really helpful an ice pack on my head. So I recommend all those things. You know what works best for you. So this is just to really give you permission to bring in props that you might not find traditional in yoga, but that support you through headache or migraine episodes. Before we come into the first pose, you could do this. You can set up your props for a recline bound angle on an incline. We're going to do an acupressure point that helps to bring the pressure out of the head. It is on it's liver 3, between the webs of your big toe and second toe. Depending on, we're going to do both sides. Okay, so between the first and second toe, just run back between the webs of those toes, and then you'll hit kind of a bony part. That's where you want to press, where it feels tender. What I've found from my experience is if I have a migraine on the right side of my head, pressing on the left side of my head helps more. And vice versa, if I have a migraine on the left side of my head, pressing on the right side helps more. But every headache, migraine is unique, and you will learn from your own experience too. We're going to just push this for a few moments, and you might want to turn your screen down low, the brightness of the screen down low, and I'll be quiet now until we're going to go into our next pose. Okay, take a breath. Slowly release your fingers. And we're going to come into that recline bound angle here. So sit yourself right in front of the bolster. You can take your folded blanket over your feet and under your ankles so you support your legs. You're going to be here for 10 minutes. You're going to rest back. So you've got the warmth of your heating pad if that appeals to you. You might want to use an eye pillow here and an ice pack over your head. And you'll be in silence for 10 minutes. Okay, take a breath. Slowly make your way out of this pose. For the next pose, we're going to leave this incline prop the way it is. You will want to change your heating pad so that it's going to be more around the low part of the bolster setup. You can use your blanket for between your knees. We're going to do a incline twist here for 5 minutes each side. So have your ice pack close by. You're going to walk your knees to the right side, lower your hips down, put the blanket between your knees, lengthen up long, and lower yourself down onto your bolster setup. Now you can put your ice pack over the back of your head here. And you could also take, because an eye pillow won't work here, you could take a mask or wrap a t-shirt around your eyes here to block the light. Okay, take a breath. We're going to go to the other side. So this time you walk your knees to the left. Put the blanket between your knees. Lengthen your spine up long. Cover your eyes and put the ice pack over your head. You're going to be here for 5 minutes, and your only job is to rest as fully as you can. Okay, slowly release. You're going to come up and we're going to change your props a little bit for the next one. So you're going to need your bolster in front of you. You can put your blocks off to the side. You're going to sit up on your folded blanket. And you can take your legs into a V shape. It doesn't need to be wide. This is restorative. We're not going for a big stretch. And you can take your bolster up with your ice pack here. And you can lean forward onto it like this. So just a very gentle forward fold here for 5 minutes. Okay, take a breath. And you're going to come back up. We're going to set up that incline prop like we had before again. So move slowly, no rush. This time take the heating pad so it's at the level of your shoulders horizontally. Make a roll for yourself. This time you're going to lie with your legs out long with this roll underneath your knees. Going to lie back with the heating pad under your shoulders. The eye pillow on your eyes. You're going to be here for 10 minutes. This is going to be your final resting position. You can put the ice pack on your head. And the eye pillow on your eyes. Okay, take a breath. Slowly make your way out of this pose. Make your way up to seated. I hope your headache or migraine passes quickly. Let's share this with as many people as we can so that people who suffer with headaches and migraines can have something that might be supportive for them. That being said, let's create some boundaries in the comments. If you don't suffer from headaches and migraines, please refrain from giving advice to people who do. You can speak from your own experience. If you do have headaches and migraines without giving advice to others, you can speak about what works for you, what helps you. But please, no advice giving in the comments. Also, please honor my scope as a yoga teacher. I'm here to create yoga classes for you that may be supportive for your headaches and migraines, may not. Please know that each headache and migraine is unique. But please know that there's a scope to my practice as a yoga teacher and know when to reach out to support from medical professionals as well. I also do have other classes that I can support you with in my membership community. One is a headache soother class using a soft foam roller to gently release tension around your skull and your neck and your shoulders. I created that one after a particularly bad migraine episode. And one is a yoga for headache and migraines. It blends acupressure, self-massage, myofascial release, and mindful movement to retrain the pathways. These practices are created with the utmost of care from somebody who really understands headaches and migraines. So you're welcome to join us in our membership community. I do welcome you, and I am somebody who does really understand headaches and migraines, and I have created content around that. Especially, we do have a whole month dedicated to nervous system, migraines being like a dorsal shutdown response. And I do have classes to gently bring you out of that dorsal shutdown. I do respect that dorsal shutdown response very much so. I'm sending you so much love from beautiful British Columbia. May your joy be as deep as our Pacific Ocean. May you be as rooted as the old growth trees in your forest. And may you be as strong as our mountains.